All right, everybody, we made it! Woo! Thank you very much for sticking with us. It is such a long weekend. I call it condensed volunteerism, and we're at the end of it. I hope you had an enjoyable experience. I don't know what are on these slides, because I've been busy too. But I'm just going to click next, and we'll see where this adventure goes. We're going to get right into introducing our nonprofit projects, and the first one is Leading Ladies. I would need at least one representative come up, but you could bring your team up if you want to. Yeah, I wouldn't want to stand up right now either.
Hello, everybody. So we are Team A that we're representing Leading Ladies for Life. So this is our team. One of the best things that we were able to do is that we were tasked with moving their website from Weebly to WordPress. So it was kind of like really working on the design, content, making sure that all the information that they wanted to have was properly delivered and, user-friendly. Along with that, we also needed to create like a hotspot CRM. So they needed a database for them to be able to integrate all that content and data that they may have. So we were able to go from, the brick and mortar of like having all like in physical copies and stuff to having a centralized and structured database to improve their tracking and analysis. So this is our before and after. So on the left, you can see like how it looked before, like some of the colors and the structure of it. Even though it was good, some of like especially with the writing, the fonts were a little bit not legible for everybody since they had a little bit of that cursive style. So we just went ahead and gave them like a clean view where like updated their pictures, put the videos that they wanted to have, and just gave them a refresher completely. So now it feels like a whole new beginning for them. And here for the CRM, there's not really a before picture unless you wanted to see a notebook. And like the power in them, because it's amazing all that we can have in our mind. So the founder and the president and everybody in their board are amazing. So now they have like somewhere where they can like have all that database easily found for them to like track all their needs, their community, their partner, help them with like their grants and all of those things, which obviously for nonprofit is a huge thing. So there's over 24 unstructured imports into the hotspot. So yeah, other than that, I just wanted to thank the whole team. We had 2 project managers. One of them was me, Melanie Dixon-Jones, and Haja Tunkara. She was amazing to work with. Quinn Brown, our designer. We couldn't have done most of the website without him. We had all the developers that were from our team and some of them who were from other teams that definitely came to help. Ben Amps, Bill Fett, Taylor DuPont, Miles Keffer, Noah Stevens, and Sam Borick. And we couldn't have done this, and the reason we're here, the Leading Ladies. So thank you to Sabrina Humphreys, Kimberly Joy, and Kim Springer for giving us this opportunity to help them.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for leading it off, too. We're going to go right into the next slide, which is PlayGap. Team B.
Just the space bar. All right. Thanks, everybody. So over the last weekend, we had an amazing team of folks who came together to support our organization PlayGap. So I'm Elise. I'm one of the co-founders of PlayGap, so was really thrilled to be here. And again, a big shout out to all of our project team, Trish, David, Lynn, Kwong, Ish, Grisha, and Sam, who throughout the weekend, virtually and in person, came to contribute. So one of the components of our project was creating some social media graphics. So there's an example of that there on the right. But really the core of what we did this weekend was about implementing a brand new member management tool through Little Green Light. And through that, we had to do a lot of customization to import the different data that we had and integrating things seamlessly moving forward, as well as creating custom fields that are embedded on our website that will create automated notifications through email and will then populate Little Green Light. And lastly, being able to create custom dashboards to visualize all of this data in a nice, easy, user-friendly way. Really taking our visualization, our tracking, all of that from, paper and pencil, Excel sheets, all of that into really to the next level. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you think you're up next? What if we mixed up the slides?
Oh, that's a good question.
We didn't.
Hey everyone, my name is Leo. I'm part of Seeds of Literacy here. The situation for our, and you might recognize this as star format if anybody is interviewing these days, but Seeds of Literacy has some inefficiencies in their tutor scheduling setup. So the task here for us was to optimize the overall user experience for the tutor landing page, scheduling and availability, and the overall admin workflow, right? So to do that, we looked at a bunch of WordPress plugins, but I know at least one other team went through plugin hell like we did. It was not fun, right? So what we ended up doing was evaluating in parallel and ended up enhancing the existing functionality by modifying that code, right? So in parallel, we also had our teams doing UX wireframes, screenshot mockups, and just working with our charity very closely to make sure that they were going to get what they expected, right? Result, we've got an updated user experience here and some go live announcements been written for them, environment documentation, which I still need to hit send on, and design artifacts and site backup. How do I? Okay, cool. So team, Jessica and myself were PMs, our nonprofit members, Ann and Chris, were super helpful, and then our dev team, Phil, Nate, Danielle, Jenny, and Sarah, all worked on the different features and components that we were mentioning earlier. Oh. Ross. Ross is on All right. We'll just do some quick before and after screenshots. So this is the old tutor landing page, right? There's no password reset link. Now there is, so poor Ann here can do her regular day job instead of resetting people's passwords, right? Okay, this is the old tutor sign-up page. You can see a bajillion buttons. The page actually runs on kind of painfully here. Lots of scrolling. This is the new one. It's been super compressed with kind of a more modern feel. There's a couple of notes pages that are, or notes boxes that are hidden beneath by design. We still got a little bit of tweaking there, but this is a significant improvement over what the Seeds of Literacy team were dealing with. Old tutoring screen. The one thing I will point out, you can see Monday, Tuesday, and then there's a ton of horizontal scrolling. The arrow got flipped when I copy and pasted the slide, but now it's just straight down. Everything's on one page. Our team the admin team did a fantastic job streamlining the overall user interface, so it's nice and tidy. Okay, and that's it. Thank you, everyone. I do have one shout out to give for Sarah in the back there. I don't remember what charity. The strength of this community is really amazing because last night, went out to my car, my battery died, right? And Sarah, we walked out together. She's like, hey, Leo, what's wrong? Let me give you a jump. I think my car won't start up. Let me give you a jump. And I just want to say thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Otherwise, I might have camped out on the grass last night, so.
Woo! Okay, before we move on, I do want to say that we all put in a lot of time, right? I don't know, we say like 48 hours. I don't know, it feels like a lot at this point. But I can tell you that Team C put in a lot lot of hours. So congratulations. Rec to Connect therapy.
Hey everyone. So I had the honor of project managing for the Rec to Connect team. Pictured here is part of the team. You'll notice our developers list is probably almost over twice as long as who we have pictured here. So I was able to project manage, as to be honest, almost everybody project managed. Everyone contributed very heavily to planning out and mapping the whole project. Our nonprofit members, Jen, Joe, Lyndon, were here probably the first in, last out every day. They did fantastic work. And you'll notice they're also listed in our developers and content editors list because they really did everything. They came very well prepared and helped out tremendously on the technical side. But yeah, we had myself, Eddie, Nicole, Ian, Rachel, Tim, Jen, Lyndon, Joe, Anthony, John, Josh, Rochelle, Sarab, Anna, and Colleen. And I'm sure there was probably a handful of others that helped as well. And we had plenty of challenges throughout that we'll show in a minute. Our initial goals for the weekend were really to develop some pages for the extensive events programming that R2C has. They had, I think it was about 18 to 20 different programs that we needed to create different pages for every one of them. We previously had a calendar that was displayed as just a PDF that had to be updated and manually uploaded every day. So we were able to upgrade that into a dynamic filterable tool. So clean up on the header and footer, removing some inactive or outdated features, reorganizing some things in the menu, and we had a stretch goal of doing the registration revamp as well. Yeah, setting up for success from the start. Our nonprofit, like I said, was amazing and brought a full portfolio, well-organized content into a Google Drive. And we're here, like I said, from start to beginning every single day. The expertise from our team and everyone that we were able to reference was amazing and really able to leverage each other's skill sets. And the GiveCamp's organizational flexibility, swapping out people from even different teams and helping with additional resources was fantastic. Big challenges. We had a kind of awkward theme, as we were just heard about, plug-in hell really out of from some other nonprofits. We ran into that as well. The theme was definitely impacting our ability to create some solid templates, and we ran into some big technical problems there. We had some site traffic lag and scheduling conflicts. Some members were able to be here for parts of the day and some other parts. But overall, we were able to develop 20 plus pages, all detailed. We had a central programming page to list all of these out. We were able to get off of the PDF finally, and we have an interactive calendar now. We can import and export, load events, and the nonprofit team themselves actually loaded the current schedule completely. All of themselves. We cleaned up the headers, footers, we revised the financial assistance page, and we provided targets and ideas for the nonprofit to simplify their process for the registration page. So this is our wonderful programs page and calendar that we had previously. You would click the events and it was one PDF, and you would just have our calendar here, and all of these you'll see at the bottom are our program descriptions. So we went from this and the interactive calendar, although we have 4, can we zoom in here? So now we can actually display all of the events and month over month in our calendar view. We can click into any of them and see more about them, see pictures for them. We can bulk upload through our Google Sheets, through a CSV, and we can see more information on them. In our program pages, like I said, we had over 18 different pages, and we were able to create a different page for every single one of these. So on the left here, we have our program overview, where we have our sections, and then we have kind of a overview here of our actual program page. And so we're able to have descriptions, videos, additional information in the accordion, and there's FAQ below that as well. Overall, we were a WordPress site on Bluehost. We use them for our staging features. We use Thrive as our theme. Heavily do not recommend. It took up almost our entire weekend trying to figure that out. And then we added in the Event Calendar Pro and the filter bar, which does give a nonprofit discount if you get pre-registered. That was our team.
All right. Autism Society of Greater Akron.
I'm sorry? Okay, thanks. Hi, everyone. I'm Diane, and I'm the project manager for Autism Society Project. And I had the honor to work with a great nonprofit as well as an awesome team. So our team, Nathan and Lisa, are both from the Autism Society. And then we had Josue, Kyle, Ryan, Miles, Mark, Kawal, and Nick helping me get everything done this weekend. So it was, as you see from a picture, we had a lot of work, a lot of time spent together, but it was a great experience, and it was so much passion from the developers, but so much passion from Nathan and Lisa. They truly love what they do and what they give to the community, and it really is inspiring. So what did we do? So Nathan and Lisa came to us. They have 2 PDFs that were on their website. One was about 31 pages. The other one, I think, was around 20 pages. And they wanted those to be web pages. It just wasn't it isn't a good user experience for a parent who has a child with autism to have to download this document and use it, or an adult that has been newly diagnosed with autism to have to download the document and use it. So we spent the weekend creating 51 new web pages. So the team worked hard. We were lucky because both Nathan and Lisa came so prepared, because they outlined everything, how they wanted everything set up. So they truly did all that analysis up front for us. And so we created all the pages, and we created some new navigation menus, and this is what it looks like. And so now when a parent or an adult is newly diagnosed with autism, they have an awesome website to go to and find all the information, search on it, and be better served by this organization. So thank you, everyone.
All right, Domestic Violence Project, Inc. Clap, 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 clap.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Here is our team, and the dream team of our nonprofits, myself, and then Lydia and Clara were here and swapped in and out. And then our project team, our project managers, Susie and Jason and Jared and Michelle and Carla and Will and Tyler were amazing. And we came in with some information, and we thought we knew what we had it all together. And our weekend mission was to update our web design. As you can see there, that was kind of the before pictures of it, just some pictures. They're kind of sad looking, actually, and a lot of white space and just kind of some outdated information. And the scariest moment of the weekend was Saturday morning, when we realized that we really couldn't do what we wanted to do unless we updated our version from 7.0 in Squarespace to 7.1. And we didn't know if it was going to crash the whole website. And our lovely project manager was like, no, don't do that. We have to really meet our goals. And we were really, she's trying to keep us on tack. And then our designers were like, but yeah, it would help us a whole lot. And so we decided to do it. And we really did look like that when we pushed the button. But it all worked out. And we were able to get our website website done on time. And now we have some really great new features. So first, just a couple updates of when you would go into our site, dvpi.org, you would get this safety alert. It was kind of aggressive and a little scary to push the next button. And so we just created this like little header at the top that now when you go into our page, it goes directly to the homepage. It was actually giving us problems with that landing page because it didn't have our address on it. And so some pages were like not allowing us to link to pages, and it was throwing me off on career things. So we got rid of it and just created this nice little header bar. It stays on every page now. We also created motion on our homepage, which was really important to us, and that was one of the major features when we did the upgrade, that we were able to add video, and it was like so exciting as soon as we upgraded and it like all worked together. So we had some web page motion. We also updated all of our service pages, so now we have a service page for actually each program that we had before we did not. And so people can go to our website and actually see the services that we provide now, which is mind-boggling that we didn't have that, but we didn't. We also re-engineered how we were asking for things. We just had like this donate page, and it kind of said all the information, and we split it out to give money, give time, and give goods. So give time, it was the volunteer information, give goods is all the donated items, and then give money. And as you can see there, the biggest thing was Tyler created this like little graphic scrolling at the bottom for all of our donors, which we thought was really cool. And we kept looking at it on other websites. We're like, wow, that would be really cool to have. And he made it all happen for us. So we're really excited about that as well. And then just two more features. We created a whole resource page on our website, which again, we didn't have any of that. So if people would come to us, they had no resources available after. It was just very static. And so we created some resources for people. If they come to our website, they can get to other resources. And then we created a whole bunch of forms. And this is just one of the forms. We get a lot of requests for speakers or volunteers. And so the team was able to embed those forms right into our website. And so it'll really help the team and maybe hopefully cut down on like the hotline calls that we get that say, how do we donate? So, but a huge thank you to everyone here. I've been very inspired by all of you, and we appreciate all of you being here as a nonprofit.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Village Collective, Inc.
Hi, everyone. My name's Fred, and I had the privilege of working with the Village Collective nonprofit and team this weekend. So our team, we had Davida here with us from the nonprofit. We also had several developers, Anthony, Sarab, Mitchell, Jake, Taylor, and Josh, and also Kristen as a writer. And you might have met some of them as they kind of spread around the groups throughout the weekend to help out. So one of the major features that we worked on this weekend was donations. Before this weekend, the only way to donate to the organization was by sending a check in the mail. However, after this weekend, there's now an electronic donation function. So you can all go donate. We tested it. It works. So you can donate electronically, directly from the website. That donation information goes into the newly created CRM for Village Collective, which we also populated with all of the donor information from their existing Google Sheet to get them set up moving forward. Also, they have a lot of need for different kind of forms and documents for their program participants, their staff, and their board members. Before this weekend, it was all open access and had very minimal content, as you can see. However, after this weekend, they now have a login feature where they can log in under one of 3 different roles, either a participant, staff member, or board member. That will take them to a unique page where they can download documents. They can submit forms, like for example, a housing maintenance request. They can submit directly now from the website. And then we also created some standard operating procedures for creating new accounts for people as they join the program, adding and removing documents and forms to keep it sustainable going forward. So, yeah, congratulations to the team, and it was, great working with you all.
Hey, who's this one?
You want too fast. Go back, babe. Go back.
Oh, sorry.
Are you that excited to see her?
I'm super excited.
Awesome.
It's the space bar.
The space bar, okay. How's everyone doing? Amazing. Woo! So I had an amazing team this weekend. They all came in thinking they were going to do some development work. And guess what we got to do? We got to recreate GiveCamp's story on their website and do some design work and page layout. So it was amazing. So let me talk about who my team was. Me, I'm Tasha Markovich. We had Chris Shockley, John Nelson, Rochelle Wolf, Alicia Scott, and we also had Ish come in at the end and help us with some content. Yay! So the mission, as you many of know, you're all part of GiveCamp right now. You know, we want to reflect on the true impact of GiveCamp and how we serve a nonprofit and volunteer partners. So our goal of rebuilding the website was to make sure that we reflect this mission. So the first thing we did is we retold the story. The second thing we did is we moved them to a new platform. I wrote Savvy here. It's just more easier to edit for those who maybe don't want to get into the technicalities of the website that they had previously. We made it more clear to those who are signing up and volunteering and those who are putting applications in what it is to expect when you come to GiveCamp. And the images and the text didn't really convey exactly what GiveCamp was on the old site. So you guys ready for this? Yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I got to start this video. I think I just,
This is the old site.
This is the old site. Just, it's a little, I moved a little slow. It starts off with the old site. So we go through the home page. I realize I'm like yelling into this thing. So you guys probably all like, where's my earplugs? So then we go into, so we're done with the homepage. Yeah. So then we go into, I'm just going to show you all the old pages. Here's the old sponsor page. Woo! We go into these are past sponsors. We go into, let's see where we're going next. Volunteer page. Boo. Previously asked questions. We go into nonprofits. Boo. Okay, sorry. I'm giving you the whole feels so that when you get to the regular site, you're like, yay. This is our parking page, just like event info. So here's the new page. So this is the story it tells. I want to especially thank Chris for the scrolling banner. He custom programmed that for us. Rochelle did some of the how we work section. She actually typed in the content for a lot of the homepage. So it starts off with how we work. It goes into learning more about GiveCamp. It's going, sorry, I'm going really slow. It's effect, I think. We get into, you have the nonprofits, the volunteers, the sponsors, but then there's like real stories, real impact. So these are the numbers that we are helping, some quotes, and then we get down to ready to make a difference, trying to get you to sign up again. And then I slowly go through all the old, I feel like this is going slower than what I recorded.
This client is awestruck. Don't worry.
So John did our made a sponsor page and made these fancy banners for the different levels. Woo! So, and then Alicia did our volunteers page. And John helped with one section of the nonprofit one, which you'll see in a second. John did that little thing at those picture there, which is pretty cool. And Alicia did the whole layout. So we took a bunch of developers and turned them into designers this weekend.
And they crushed it.
Yay! Okay, so I think I go into event info next. So Chris did our event info pages. Yay! These are kind of the, there's not a lot to the event info, so you're not going to have like huge excitement with this one. So sorry, Chris, but they still came out pretty good. This page gave us some trouble. We had some, Squarespace was giving some color issues, but it came out pretty good. And then I think that covers everything. Yeah, thank you. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, the team that worked on this, Tasha for the PM and everybody else. We are the cobblers that don't work on their shoes. What is that called? I don't know. My brain's not working. You know what it means. Thank you. We appreciate it a lot. Neighborhood pets.
Thank you. Awesome. So Neighborhood Pets came to us with a litany of Salesforce updates that they were looking for. Despite the team lacking in Salesforce experience, we made a lot of updates. We're going to focus on the 3 key areas where we're really trying to make an impact. The first one is funding. So Neighborhood Pets prides itself in being more than just a provider of services and help for pets in need. They are a cultivator of relationships for their client base, and they use that as a gateway to get people more help that they need. A lot of folks have pride and aren't willing to reach out for help for themselves, but are not so hesitant to reach out for help for their pets. So the role that they get to play is a shepherd of folks who are in need to the different services that the many great organizations in Cleveland have to offer. Up until this weekend, they never had a way to track that data or brag about it or go to funders and show that they can play that role. This weekend going forward, we built them a new tracking mechanism in Salesforce so that they can keep track of this and use it to impress lots of future funders and hopefully get lots of more funds. The next big area we hit on was operational efficiency. So we wanted to keep workers out of the manila file folders and in front of Clevelanders in need. There's a whole lot of things that we did, but some examples would be like validation on key date fields, doing some manual data cleanup in the CRM, different rules here and there, lots of great stuff. And the final area is customer service. So building features to help them foster relationships. These can be little things like what language the customer speaks, so when they pick up the phone and give them a call, they know what to expect and can assign the right FTE for that person. We also added some fun little tidbits like the personality of pets, so they know what if this is a spicy pet or if it's a really nice pet before it gets into the office. We added some security. Green, yellow, red system. So if it's a biter, if the dog needs a muzzle, we know about that and it's front and center, and we can hopefully avoid any uncomfortable situations that could occur by not tracking that and having that information relevantly available.
And I'm Siobhan Linville. I'm the Assistant Director at Neighborhood Pets, and I just wanted to shout out this team. We ended up here because Salesforce is free for 10 licenses for nonprofits, and a lot of nonprofits jump on it, not realizing that if you don't have someone that knows Salesforce, once your initial package is deployed, you're kind of stuck. And so we came to GiveCamp looking for some help, and this team was amazing. And I'm leaving here with the fullest heart for the work that they did this weekend. They learned from each other, they taught me, and I didn't want anything to do with how this works when I walked into this building on Friday, and they've inspired me to go learn Salesforce a little bit so that I can try to help myself going forward. I can't say enough good about this organization, the organizers of this weekend, and I am going to tell every animal-related nonprofit that I know to check you guys out. So thank you.
Thank you. Yep, we help animal organizations and people organizations. We do it both. And I think our last nonprofit here is Dancing Wheels Company.
Hello, everyone. I'm Abe. I'm part of the Dancing Wheels team. Today, or this weekend, we had 3 main points of contention. The first one being building a donor database, as I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Before this weekend, they were using Excel for their donor database. So, right. So the main person in charge of that part of our team was Elizabeth Brake, our other project manager. She was the main person in charge of that. As a team, we decided to go with Airtables. So a lot of work was put into building that, teaching the nonprofit members how to use that. A lot of important features like automating emails whenever someone donates, actually making the data useful for someone so we know which donors go to which events, how much they've donated, stuff like that. And the other points of contention was they couldn't make updates to their website because of a weird issue. We spent a lot of hours banging our head against the wall trying to figure out what that issue was. To make a long story short, don't go with GoDaddy for hosting, ever. It'll save you a lot of time. And our other point was trying to save them some money. They mainly used Eventbrite to manage their events. They would take a large chunk of fees from that. I think one of their events, it was over $1,000 in fees, which is just crazy. So we weren't really expecting to come out with a solution, but one of our members, Therese, all by himself, managed to come up with the solution. So that's great. It's right through WordPress, and it's saving them a lot of money. So we're going to go through here. This is, right? Yeah, go ahead, clap, 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 clap. Yeah. So there's not too many before or after photos, unless you want to see the Excel spreadsheet. They can actually make updates to their website now, show new events, show new information that's going on. So that's great. And this is part of their forms that goes into replacing Eventbrite, adding a credit card processing fee, which will hopefully save them some money too. And this is the Airtable database and the previous Excel sheets you see here. Yeah, and I don't think I called out all of our members. I didn't do a good job making these slides, but it was Elizabeth, Dana, and Sarah were the nonprofit members. Vic, Chris, who else? Anna, Kristen, Darcys. Come up here, Sarah. You're gonna play a song on our way out.
I'm just gonna shout them out, and if you're here and you were on a part, because we had many people volunteer to come in and swing in and out Shannon, and y'all say your names. So.
But yeah, so we had a great time and we did a lot of good work, so thank you.
Thanks. Woo! Okay. I don't know what comes next. I'm going to hit the button and then maybe go back. Oh, okay, I'm not going to do that yet. So before I do that, I was supposed to do this earlier, and I forgot because my brain's not working properly. We've been doing this for 15 years. I'm going to do this really quick. If you've been to GiveCamp before, raise your hand.
Stand up.
No. I veto that. That's crazy. I'm not going to. I don't like standing right now. If you've been to 2 GiveCamps, leave your hand in the air. If you've been to 3 GiveCamps, leave your hand in the air. If you've been to 5 GiveCamps, leave your hand in the air. If you've been to 7 GiveCamps, leave your hand in the air. If you've been to 8 or 10 GiveCamps, leave your hand in the air. I don't even remember myself. Why is your hand in the air over there? So I just really want to give a heartfelt thanks to everybody who has come back to this event. It is a lot. I'm sure you're all feeling it right now. So then to put yourself in the position to do that again is crazy. But it really means a lot because we can keep doing this. So thank you very much. Along those lines, we have a tradition that has also been going on quite a while, but I will let them do a small introduction themselves so that I don't say the wrong words.
Define attending GiveCamp, because I think I missed 2. I missed 1, maybe.
And the number kept going, but my brain didn't. It actually goes up to 15 now, so.
And there was only 1 or 2 that I didn't actually show up for a few minutes. Hi, I'm Jane.
I'm the microphone holder.
Also known as Bob.
That too.
As Jonathan said, there's been 15 GiveCamps, but there was a time there was no GiveCamp in Cleveland, and my late husband Andy Craze heard about it, and he and another gentleman went to Ann Arbor's GiveCamp and thought it was a really cool thing, and they came back and started organizing the first GiveCamp here in Cleveland. It's absolutely overwhelming to be in a room of people who are still carrying this tradition on. And when I saw the numbers of nonprofits that have been helped and the web pages and the things that are being accomplished, it's amazing. And I'm just overwhelmed. Unfortunately, I'm gonna start crying. And for once, it wasn't you making me cry.
I know. That's the thing. It's kind of a letdown. No, go ahead. Tears.
In 2016, Andy died the Sunday before GiveCamp started. Yeah, GiveCamp was literally, he died on Sunday about 5:55. And a couple days later, I got a message from this guy. And I'm going to hand the mic. Here, I'll hand
You're going to hand the mic that I'm holding in my hand.
I'm going to hand the mic to Bob.
Are you now? Now that I've handed you're not going to hold it?
No.
But let's feel sorry for her, okay? So here's the thing. Andy and I were like this. The 3 times that I actually was in the same room as him. Honestly, it's one of those where it's kind of funny because he and I both shared dedication both on the IT side of things as well as that whole collaboration from a community standpoint as far as giving back, as well as improv. Both of us were doing Second City for a while. I ran an improv group for about 15 years, obviously not well, all of that kind of fun stuff. So there was definitely this kindred spirit thing. And I contacted Jane. I don't even know if you and I met prior.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, whatever. So, no, but, and I just said, is it okay if we do something for his memory?
He said, it's okay if I do something.
Oh, if I do something for the memory. And then she was like, can I help too? I was like, oh God. Last thing I needed was a girl to be part of this whole thing. And no, seriously though, this is the 10th year. The 10th year we're doing this.
10th time we've been standing in front of a group of people for giving.
And the funny part is, I'm not done yet. The funny part is that we're here for like 2 hours. You know, we grab a lunch, try to make sure we get a t-shirt or 2, and then we stand up here. That's it. You know, but every one of you, take a second right now and look around. This is unique. Some of you are actually doing that. It's kind of cool. Every single person in this room, with the exception of us, truly are dedicated to making a change. Whether it's you're giving up your weekend in order to bring technology to help facilitate the delivery of these goods and services to communities that need it, or you're a critical part of organizations that do that. How often do you have a room that is truly full of people who are doing that. It does not happen often. Again, I'm not done. But it truly is one of those things that you lose sight of that in life. We take so much negativity and so much positivity for granted. You gotta remember to look for those things and to see the good stuff that's happening. And this is definitely good stuff. And this is voyeurism on my part. Because we're here for a couple of hours and we're like, look at all these people doing great things. Yeah, here's a check. But that is cool. That is something that I absolutely enjoy, and we plan on continuing doing that for some time.
Yep.
So
because he wanted to give money, and I wanted to share in that event, we created the Craze Equal Award in memory of Andy. Because GiveCamp was such an important thing to him, because he felt just like Bob about what an amazing group this was and the wonderful things that get accomplished in one weekend. It's incredible. So in that vein, we have selected a couple nonprofits that we're going to make a donation to.
We did eliminate one. There was this one group called GiveCamp. First of all, we discovered they've only been a nonprofit for like a month or 2 months, so we're a little concerned about that. And then when we were trying to figure out what their actual prototype is, they pointed to a bunch of tents outside the building. And that's apparently the camp that they've got going. We're not sure they're going to be around for long. Okay, got to tell you, so we eliminated them right out of the gate. We had to. So, I am such an ass.
But you're our ass. We talked to every nonprofit represented here, and the work that you're doing is just simply impressive. And if we could, we would give to everybody, but we simply can't. We look at a lot of different factors, and we have come up with 3 nonprofits that we're going to make donations to this year.
So last year we had the challenge because we decided the amount of money we were giving away did not divide evenly to 3 companies or 3 organizations. So we had to figure out who deserved the 33 cents and who deserved the 34 cents. So this year we got smart. So we're donating a total of $2,100 to 3 organizations. And that divides evenly to $700 per.
Because we can math.
We can, because we have calculators.
So we're going to announce, but if you could come see Bob and me after this, we'll talk about getting money to you.
I also want to get a picture, because that's what we got to do.
With you. The first group was Leading Ladies. Thank you for what you're doing. It's amazing work.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So appreciate you. You said after.
Look at there's a photographer right there. Here, Bob, you do the next.
I'll do the next one. The second one is domestic violence. I guess we're going to do the same thing.
Thank you for what you do. That was the third one, right? Yeah. Okay. And now for something a little different, the third one is neighborhood pets. Thank you for all you're doing.
Thanks. So a couple of real quick final notes. One is that there is also a honorable mention that I have to give, and a fear mention on my part, and that is for Dancing Wheels. And the reason being is because the founder of Dancing Wheels actually was the roommate of my ex-wife. And I had some real issues talking with no, Mary Birdie Fletcher, any of you know, she's absolute, first of all, she's fantastic. She absolutely is. And she was on one of the pictures on the screen that was shown earlier. I will be making a donation to that group, all of that kind of fun stuff, because Mary is hilarious. And absolutely tell her I said everything that I've just done. And I will be working on changing my phone number. And so that's Mary right there. In any case, so a couple last things real quick. One is I've written a couple of books. These are not advertisement or marketing for my services. One is the CEO's Survival Guide to Information Technology. It's written for business leaders who don't understand IT but need to. And I also have got Cybersecurity Essentials for Business Owners. And this is written for internal IT folks. I don't want your job as co-managed IT the right fit for you, blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch of copies over there. If you want them, great. They also work wonderful for leveling tables if they're wobbly. The other thing is this Thursday, my company, Simplex IT, we have a networking event. There's no sales pitch, no sales presentation. We do this every year. It's at the Quarter Up Video Arcade Bar in Akron. And from 4:30 to 6:30, all of you are welcome. It's drinks, all the quarters. We usually have about 50 to 70 people. And food, drinks, quarters. And any of you who are with your nonprofit, if you want to attend, please do so and bring materials that you want to hand out to people. And love to introduce you to the people who are attending. This is a family-friendly thing. It's something we've done for years. Absolutely wonderful. And again, I ran the Greater Cleveland PC Users Group back in the 90s, and we had about 1,200 members, and we did about 40 meetings a month that were volunteer-based. I have always been and always will be a believer that guerrilla marketing, guerrilla development, guerrilla sharing, and some of the organizations, you're starting to talk about working between each other, because the one message we heard loud and clear from all of you is these are challenging times. Now, challenging times can be good for some, can be bad for some, but right now for a lot of at-risk people, it's at-riskier, which is a technical term. And it's collaboration that happens here that hedges our bets, that moves us forward. And don't let it stop with this weekend. You all made great connections. Keep those connections. There's ways I can help. Reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn. If Jane can help, well, that's a miracle, believe me, but.
I can write checks.
and a lot more, and forge signatures, there's that too. But seriously, thanks to GiveCamp, thanks to everybody, and thanks to Jane.
Okay, we're gonna have one more real quick speaker. You wanna come on up real quick?
Hello, everyone. My name is Tarsis. I was working with Dancing Wheels, which was amazing experience. The reason why I am here is just to say thank you to everyone. I have learned a lot from this event. It's my first time here, so working with the team, seeing how people get connected around the volunteering motivation and all the work GiveCamp is doing. It's really so motivating, and I have learned a lot. The reason why I came to this event, I met an alumni from my college because I go to Oberlin College because I was interested in starting an organization which connect developers with the communities, because even if you are a developer, you can't develop for nothing. You just have something connecting you with the community, building something that connect people. And then he told me, oh, there is an event that happens each year, GiveCamp. You should check it out. Then this weekend, I didn't have anything scheduled. Then I say, I should go there and check it out. Yeah, here I am. I've been coming here each morning, leaving, evening, driving, and I'm saying like it was an amazing, and I think I can recommend it to everyone. So thank you, everyone. I've learned a lot from you. I hope you have a great weekend.
All right, now I'm going to hand it off, and you won't hear me again because I'm going to go fall asleep in the corner.
Okay, three more slides, guys. As you know, GiveCamp is put on by a completely volunteer group of people, wonderful group of people. We're all really good friends, if you can't tell. We always are willing to welcome additional volunteer organizers. So if you'd like to help us organize GiveCamp 2026, we need help recruiting volunteers and managing volunteers, getting the word out to nonprofits who would be interested in benefiting from GiveCamp, drumming up money, because we need that. More about that next. Marketing and communications, and logistics, which is, you know, food and t-shirts and insurance, really fun stuff. So we'll send this out after the event as well, but just wanted to provide it while it's fresh. Because we are an official 501c3 now, we just got onto Benevity. So if you work for one of the larger companies, like Highland uses Benevity for facilitating corporate match for donations, we are there now. And you can also donate to us on GiveButter. So again, while it's fresh, we'd love, any amount helps, drum up the amount that we need to put on this event. And then lastly, save the date for 2026. So of course the plan is to be back here third weekend in July, 17th through the 19th. So put it on your calendar now. We're going to do a better job of putting it on your calendar for next year so you don't forget. And yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you all so much.